So I hope I am audible. There are no issues as far as my audio is concerned, and my screen is also visible to everyone. Okay, myself Amit, and I am the part of this training institute since last 2.5 years, and I was working in the Ariba domain since last 4 years. And prior to that, I worked in an SAP MM and S4 HANA. Currently, also I'm working with an MM S4 HANA integration part. I do have total 10 years of an experience in the SAP world. So now I'm conducting the trainings as well. I'm a freelancer trainer. So we had around 40 plus trainings of Ariba and S4 HANA. So now we will go and we will see what exactly is an SAP Ariba means to be, and what are the things which will be covered as a part of this course. Means how this will be covered, what are the timings, what material will be shared with you, what all accesses will be shared with you. So all those things I will talk about, and then we will proceed further to talk on the different topics, and then we will take the question and answers from all of you. Then last 15 minutes we will open the floor for question and answers. Okay, so you can just note down, sorry for the same, but in fact all the people are from the different background. So for some of them it might be the repetitions, for few of them it will be the new learnings, but to as far as an understanding point of view is concerned, we will just have brief introduction about an Ariba first. Then I will introduce the screen navigation of an Ariba, and then we will proceed further and we will take up your questions, and then I will tell you what all things will be covered, what all material will be shared with you people, and all that part. Okay, so just I will proceed now. So what is an SAP Ariba? So everyone does have a question, what exactly does an Ariba means to be? So in simple words, Ariba is the cloud procurement solution. What is Ariba? Ariba is the cloud-based procurement system. So what can be done through Ariba? So we can carry out the cloud procurement. So just take one example, SAP ERP or SAP S4 HANA. So when we are talking about SAP S4 HANA, that can also be able to do the procurement activities, but that is not the cloud-based solution. Whereas Ariba is the cloud-based solution. So what exactly does this mean, cloud-based solution? What is an advantage of utilizing an Ariba? So advantage of using an Ariba to the organizations, the first and foremost important thing is it's a cloud-based system. The second most important thing is the Ariba network. You can see this Ariba network in the slide. Okay, so we will be having the two sites, that is buyer.ariba.com and supplier.ariba.com, and this is a unique feature. None of the supplier site or none of the procurement site across the globe as of now don't have such feature available. Okay, I'm saying this confidently that none of any competitor, so there couldn't be any competitor of an Ariba system. So we used to say like Coupa is there, or there are few players who are the competitors of an Ariba, but no. As far as the market shares, market capitalization, and all the things are concerned, Ariba is the best system to work upon, at least as far as the developments of an Ariba is concerned. Now, as I said you, what is the unique features Ariba is providing? So first and foremost important thing, the unique feature what Ariba is giving is Cloud backbone. You can see that there is a cloud backbone in the Ariba, and Ariba have a cloud platform. So this is the single cloud-based procurement solution which is globally proliferated. So you have all the advantages which we talk about the cloud system. Okay, so what else? What else? And why to use the Ariba? Ariba can be able to save 14% of the revenue, flat revenue of any of the organization. Okay, 14% of revenue. How? That we will see over here. Okay, so first and foremost important thing, Ariba Network. What is the Ariba Network? Ariba Network is the backbone that provides a connection point for the buyers and the sellers. So buyers as well as sellers use this Ariba Network to share the catalogs. They will route the purchase orders. They will exchange the invoices. They will exchange the information. Then buyer can use the network to find the sellers and create new connections for the purchasing purpose. So simple. When we are talking about an Ariba system, as I said you, it is a procurement system. So entire P2P cycle, procure to pay. It means that purchase requisition, purchase order, invoicing, contract, request for proposal, request for quotation, addition of the vendor, collaboration of all those activities can be carried out with the help of an Ariba system. Now moving further, so there are two websites through which Ariba can be accessed. One is SAP Ariba Buying Solution and another is SAP Ariba Network. Okay, so buying solution is towards the buyer. It means that it is towards the company. So I can just take one simple example of a PepsiCo. Okay, so PepsiCo is at the buyer end. So PepsiCo is the buyer, and PepsiCo will be having ample of suppliers. So you can see this. If there are 3 buyers which has been registered on the Ariba network. So this Ariba network website is the buyer.ariba.com, where any buyer can go and they can be able to register over there. At the same time, there is a website called as the supplier.ariba.com. Any supplier can go over there and they can be able to download or they can be able to register themselves as a vendor. So in fact, this Ariba network is the website like your simple Amazon.com. You just visit this website, supplier.ariba.com or buyer.ariba.com. You will come to know that stuff. So remember that Ariba network is the same website as like Amazon or Alibaba.com. Okay, so are we focusing on the Ariba network? Are we learning something on the Ariba network as a part of this course? Yes, we have a focus to learn on the Ariba network as well as the buyer solution as well. So there are two things, SAP Ariba buying solution and SAP Ariba network. Okay, so what exactly does this network means to be? You know, network means what? Supplier network. So if I'm saying supplier network, what does this mean? This means that all the suppliers are present over there. That is called as the supplier network. Okay, so Ariba network is the portal which provides integration between buyers and suppliers. Okay, so this portal don't have access to any company of the globe, even though it is a Walmart, they also don't have an access. This access or the data is maintained by the SAP Ariba only. So who maintains the data in the Ariba network? The data is maintained by SAP Ariba. Are you getting my point? So SAP Ariba is the company which maintains all the vendors over here. How many suppliers are available in the Ariba network? So in the Ariba network, there are 10 millions plus suppliers which are available. So just take today's example, PepsiCo. Take an example, PepsiCo is the company who is appointing ample of vendors for the activities whatever they are performing. Just take an example, they want the water bottles, sorry, this glass bottles. They will ask some vendors to provide it. Okay, currently that has been provided by XYZ vendor in 100 rupees per bottle. Okay, once they came to Ariba, once they have been onboarded to Ariba, then what will happen is, for PepsiCo, there is an availability of hundreds of the vendors to supply the same kind of the glass bottles. Okay, currently if they are using an SAP ERP system, they don't have an availability of hundreds of the vendors. They have one specific supplier who is supplying it at 100 rupees. Once Ariba is installed, there will be hundreds of the suppliers who are ready to supply the glass bottles. So PepsiCo can put the quotation over the Ariba network, and all those hundreds of the suppliers across the globe can compete, and they can be able to give the least possible rate to the PepsiCo. So it can be 92 rupees, or it can be 80 rupees as well. So this is the main crux of an Ariba network. So what is the main crux of an Ariba network? Anyone, you can go, you can register over the Ariba network with your personal Gmail ID. I am saying personal Gmail ID. Go to the supplier.ariba.com, sign up over there. It is the same sign up like your gmail.com sign up. Simple. So you can register over there as a supplier, and you can supply. So you can also supply the glass bottles, you can supply handicraft items, you can supply whatever you want across the globe, whatever things are available that you can easily supply. This is nothing but the supplier.ariba.com website. Same way, if you want to buy something, if you want to purchase something, you go on the buyer.ariba.com and you can purchase the things. These all things happens in the Ariba network. So as it has been mentioned, Ariba network is the collaboration point between buyer and seller. It means that it is the point of collaboration between buyer and supplier. So you can place the purchase orders, invoices, contract, request for proposal. It means that the bidding can happen over there. There are different types of an auctioning processes that can happen. Multiple vendors can be maintained. Rating of the vendors can be given. Request for quotation can be done, and ample of catalogs are available. It means that on the Ariba network, there are more than 10 millions plus catalogs which is available inside the system. Okay, so anyone, so now I will just give you a simple example. Whatever Alibaba.com website is, that Alibaba.com website is nothing but the Ariba network. This is the best and simple example. What is a Ariba network? Alibaba.com website is the Ariba network. So there you can see who are the buyers, who are the suppliers. Buyer wants to buy something, so they can put the request for quotation. They will substitute their request for quotation, and suppliers will bid for it. Okay, so anyone across the globe can be able to see that portal, right? In a similar way, Ariba network portal can also be seen by anyone across the globe. So in simple words, what is the Ariba network? Ariba network is nothing but the Alibaba.com website, or you can go to the supplier.ariba.com and you can self-identify how the Ariba network is. You can register yourself as a buyer, or you can register yourself as a seller. Now, the important thing of an Ariba is this Ariba network is integrated with Ariba buying solution. This Ariba network is integrated with Ariba buying solution. So there are two important things. One is the SAP Ariba buying solution and another one is the SAP Ariba network. So these two things are tightly integrated. So what we are learning? We are learning SAP Ariba buying. Okay, so what all activities happens in the SAP Ariba buying? So over here, we can create the purchase requisition. We can create the master data. So all those activities, this is a entire P2P cycle, which I was showing it to you over here. So theoretically, I will explain you now that stuff. And then practically, we will log on to the system and I will show you one entire cycle so that you can be able to understand it easily. Now just take one simple example, ERP system. So what kind of an ERP system can be integrated with an Ariba? Any kind of an ERP system across the globe. Okay, so then this is one more unique selling proposition for Ariba. What is ERP system? So all of you might aware of this. SAP is our ERP system. So specifically SAP MM, some of you people are working on it. Then PeopleSoft is also the ERP system. There also you can be able to work on that, can also be integrated. Okay, so this is my ERP system. This ERP system can be integrated with an Ariba buying solution. So they are sending the data through SAP Ariba buying to SAP Ariba network. So what are the things present in the Ariba network? In the Ariba network, there is a presence of the suppliers and buyers. Is it clear? Like now, I will just proceed further and I will explain you one complete cycle. Okay. Now we are taking an example of the PepsiCo, and we took the example of the glass bottles. Okay. So in any ERP or in any Ariba system, we have the master data. So what will be the master data in case of the glass bottles? So I'm just taking an example of the PepsiCo system, PepsiCo company. So this ERP system is the system, SAP system, which is specifically designed for PepsiCo. Okay, so currently just take an example that PepsiCo is using an SAP ERP, right? So glass bottle is the product, that is a material master which is present in the PepsiCo's ERP system. So currently they are using it and now they want to implement an Ariba. Post implementation of Ariba, how it will happen and how they can save the 10% or 15% that I will show you. Okay. Now just take an example. PepsiCo wants to purchase 1 million glass bottles. So currently they have only ERP system. They don't have this Ariba. So Ariba constitutes two things. One is a network and another one is the buying solution. What Ariba constitutes? Two things. One is a network and another one is the buying solution. Now, as I was giving you one simple example, ERP system. So PepsiCo is currently using an SAP ERP. They are purchasing 1 million glass bottles from one specific vendor. That vendor is, I will just take an example, Saint-Gobain. Saint-Gobain is providing 1 million glass bottle to PepsiCo with 100 rupees per bottle. With Ariba, how they can be able to save the money, that I will show you now. And how the integration is happening. This is the job which a consultant has to do. The people like us will do the job. Okay. So now this is clear. ERP system, PepsiCo will be there and Saint-Gobain will be there. So Saint-Gobain is the supplier of the glass, and PepsiCo wants to purchase the glass. So PepsiCo is the buyer, and now on the Ariba network, there are thousands of the glass suppliers who are interested to bid for PepsiCo to supply the glass bottles. Okay, so now we will just proceed further. Okay, so in the ERP system, we have the glass bottle, right? So that is nothing but the master data. So currently PepsiCo will be having only ERP system. They don't have an Ariba, and they are purchasing it with 100 rupees. Now next, with Ariba network, how PepsiCo will reduce from 100 to 90, that I will show you. And what is the process of the purchase? Okay, so the glass bottle is present in ERP. Now that has been transferred to Ariba buying. Why? Because PepsiCo wants to save 10 rupees over the bottle. So it is present now over here. The water bottle is glass bottle is present. This glass bottle is the master data, correct? So that's the reason this master data should be present on the Ariba network as well, right? So catalog is created. What is the meaning of the catalog? Simple way. Catalog means what? It is the images. So over here in my ERP system, it is written only glass bottle. So this master data is only glass bottle, but catalog is pictures, like 10 pictures of the glass bottle of the PepsiCo, design of that glass bottle, specification of that glass bottle will be available on the Ariba network. It means that it will be available on the Amazon.com website. So what will happen? Now just take an example. The PepsiCo had put an advertisement, or they put the ad that they want 1 lakh or 1 million glass bottles of these specifications. Who can supply? So how many suppliers are there on the Ariba network over here? There are millions of the suppliers. So everyone will start carrying out the bidding. Okay, and now just take an example. Currently, what is happening? PepsiCo is purchasing only from Saint Gobain. So even though Saint Gobain don't have office in the South Africa, they will charge more. So then what Saint Gobain will do? Saint Gobain will charge the transportation charges as well. But if it has went to the Ariba network, then the small supplier like us will register on the Ariba network, and they will say that I can be able to give the glass bottles in the PepsiCo South Africa region. In this way, there are millions of the suppliers. So instead of appointing the single supplier as a Saint Gobain, PepsiCo will appoint 10 suppliers in the different regions for providing the different kind of the glass bottles, right? So this is nothing but the feature of an Ariba network. Okay, so now 10 suppliers are there. Definitely competition will increase. Someone will compete for 90 rupees, someone will compete for 95 rupees, someone will say that I will provide the best quality, and in this way the PepsiCo will receive this bottle instead of 100 rupees, 90 rupees. And this is an advantage of an Ariba. What is the advantage of Ariba? Having presence in more than 142 plus countries to provide the glass bottles for the PepsiCo. They can select any vendor, whatever kind of a vendor they want, they can be able to easily select. That is the main advantage of utilizing the Ariba network. Okay, so now how the process will happen? Okay, this is the purpose. Now we understood what is our target. We want to reduce the price. But how the process will happen? So as I said you, glass bottle is a master data in the ERP system. It will come to the buying solution. Then catalogs will come. It means that the glass bottles catalogs got created. The same catalogs will be available to the procurement team of a PepsiCo. Now, procurement team of a PepsiCo is not using an ERP system. They will be using the SAP Ariba system. That is SAP Ariba buying solution. So what happened? PepsiCo will raise the 1 million bottles purchase requisition. So they have raised the purchase requisition of 1 million bottles. Okay, so it came to the buying solution. That purchase requisition is converted to purchase order, and it has been sent to the Ariba network. So PO is being sent to the Ariba network. So out of this, whoever is interested, they will take the specific purchase order, and that supplier will submit the PO, and that specific supplier. So if it is across 142 countries, 142 suppliers can also be there. Then that purchase order is submitted by him. Purchase order will come in the buying solution in the same way. That has been replicated into the ERP system. It is for reference purpose only, nothing else. Right? So if the changes has to be there, then the supplier will confirm this purchase order. Once that confirmation is done, then the supplier will say, give us the shipping notification. It means that supplier will say, we will supply the glass bottles by this date at this location. Then the receipt will happen. It means that the goods receipt, once the PO has been raised, then the receipt is happening in the Ariba system. Once the receipt has been done, then supplier will raise an invoice. Then that invoice will come to the Ariba solution. Once that invoice came to the Ariba solution, then the payment will happen and the remittance will happen. So this will be the entire process. So in this way, I just took one example of the glass bottles. In this way, PepsiCo might have thousands of the products or millions of the products which they wanted to purchase. Okay, PepsiCo wants to purchase millions of the products. So all those millions of the products can route in this way, and this can be recorded easily. Okay, so now I will open the floor for the questions, and I will take the same practical session with respect to PepsiCo. Yeah, go ahead. So if you have any doubts, any questions, just ask me till the time.
Hello.
Yeah. So you just ask me any questions. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Ganesh. Yeah. See, you told that there will be a catalog for the bottles. Okay.
Correct.
In Ariba network. Okay. And who will put those catalogs? Means catalogs will be already there in the Ariba network.
In some cases, yes, it is already present in the Ariba network. Okay, and in few cases, no, it was not present. So we have to put this. So it is possibility that if the item is a completely new, okay, then the buyer has to put it over the Ariba network. But there might be possibility. There might be possibility that the buyer is not new. Okay, buyer is the older one. Okay, and that catalog is already available. So just I will give you one example. Again, I will go back to the Alibaba.com or Amazon.com. In the Amazon.com, there might be possibility that currently you are receiving one specific kind of a handicraft, but it might be possible that in future, or this if you want some candles, you can receive that candles over there. But if you want a specific link of the, means like you want some specific design, okay, that design might not be available, right? So what you will do, you will put that candle catalog as a buyer on the Amazon, and you will ask as a design, right? So you will ask as a design, and some of the the people who used to prepare the handicraft will come to you, and then they will say you, yes, I can prepare this handicraft and I will provide it to you. Are you getting my point?
What you want? Yeah, here only I'm coming. Just a minute. See, what we want means what type of a product we want. We have to put it as a catalog. You mean to say in the Ariba network?
Correct.
Or the vendor
no. Listen this. There are two things. Even supplier can put the catalog, as well as buyer can also put the catalog. Both, there is a possibility of having both the things. Okay, supplier can also put the catalog, and buyer can also put the catalog. Buyer will put the catalog in terms of an RFP. Okay, and supplier will post the way like they wants to sell something. Okay, so just to give, I will just go on the website. Okay.
Yeah, that how the one more question here. You can just go back to that slide once again.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
No.
Here you are telling that.
Have you clear? Are you clear with your first question? Because I don't think you are clear with the first question. Just to take one.
See, I'm clear. Okay.
Are you clear? Okay, so just take this example. I am on the service.ariba.com. It means that now I am on the Ariba network. So here there are two things. See, this is a global network. You can also go and register. Now I have not registered. Okay, I don't have any ID, password, nothing is there. There are 34,000 sellers who are selling the consumer electronic devices. Okay, so what you want, just take an example, you want the printing photo devices. Who had done this? Okay, so these people wants to buy those activities. Okay, so these are the buyers. Okay, so they wants to buy professional audio recording and translation for IVR. So this is what the thing is, revenue is this much. So they want to buy. Okay, so they are putting this RFPs. Okay, so they are putting that I want to buy this. Who can be able to supply me? Now, in a similar way, these all suppliers are available. Okay. So they will go over here. Now, this is getting open. Like, see, this is the She International Corporation. Okay, this is New Jersey-based company. They are on the Ariba Commerce Cloud. Okay, so this is free of cost. You can also register your company over here. Okay. So now they do have this business information and everything is present. So you will get the data as well from the Ariba side. See, you can see this. They have took the platinum subscription. They have spent as of now $2.82 billion. The count is 55,700 5 lakhs POs that they have placed as of now. Okay, and there is a relationship of 345 suppliers. Okay, so now the PepsiCo will see this information. Oh God, so they have already done the 2.82 billion business. So they will directly give the contract to them. Right?
Yeah, but will they have the catalog?
This is the buying company. They want to buy.
Correct. See, so where is the catalog here? In this?
Now you just take an example, catalog. Okay. So what happens? There are two possibilities. Okay. When I am going about this slide, so this you can see this symbol. Two-way communication is there, right? For the catalog.
Yeah. That's right.
So if laptop is there, then supplier will put the laptop over here directly. Okay. So I will put the laptop and I will purchase it. But now I want a custom laptop. I want 100 GB RAM laptop. Then I will prepare one catalog and I will put that catalog as a RFP. Okay, because catalog is what? Catalog is a master data. As we will be having a material master, in a similar way, catalog is same like a material master, nothing else. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. Here, one more question is there. You know, you go back to that previous slide only. See here, you are telling that there is a purchase requisition and purchase order also you are putting. How can you put a purchase order until or unless you have negotiated with the buyer? Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Actually, you understood what I am telling.
Absolutely. This is a very good doubt. I also want to tell this, but as this was like first class, I hadn't gone through it. Basically, what happens is, means in normal procurement
I lost your voice actually.
No, you are right. You are right. Absolutely right. Okay. So if you will go to the further slides, then you will come to know. Okay, so there is a sourcing part will be involved. Okay, so in fact, what happens is, first process will be RFP, then auction, creation of the supplier, then purchase requisition, then purchase order. So in fact, if we will be talking about the entire flow, that flow is not this way, but just for the easy understanding, you could catch this one. But see, usually what happens, if the fresher students are there, then they couldn't be able to catch in one go, right? So that's the
Okay.
reason I
Okay.
put in this way. But I can just show you once, means like what is the exact process which
Okay.
we will be following as a sourcing process. Okay, so this is the process. So basically this is the process: identify the sourcing opportunities, then create the sourcing event, then Ariba sourcing expertise support help desk, publish the supplier response, receive the response from the supplier, then carry out the bidding process, then supplier is selected for the award. So here, once this supplier is selected, then it will go for the purchase order. So this process is called as a source to pay process. In fact, this is something which we call it as a source to pay process. Okay, so you
Okay.
are right. We can't directly do the sourcing activities, but ideally the process will happens like this. Auctions will
Okay.
happen, and then finally these things will happen. Okay, clear. So I was
Yeah.
talking about the Ariba network. So guys, this is the Ariba network. So this is a simple site. You can go over here and you can do. So here there are buyers, here there are sellers. Okay, so now, so the good thing is Ariba is the indirect buying. Okay, there is no interface in between. You don't have to connect with anyone. You can directly connect with the supplier. You can directly connect with the buyer. There is no mediator in between. That's the reason you
Mhm.
can save the money. Okay, this is the Ariba network site. Okay, so I will say that the people who wants to purchase something from the PepsiCo, they will go over here and then they will register and they can be able to see this. Okay, so just take this example. These people want to sell something, and these all different devices are there, amount is there. So what is the main thing? The main thing is that Ariba is giving ready suppliers of 10 millions of the ready suppliers available to everyone. Okay, that's the
Okay.
reason even a small consultant, even a small company, small 2 tier, 3 tier companies will also go, and then they can find the supplier easily just on the basis of the amount of the supplier. So you can just think like tier A company, tier B company in my specific
Okay.
industry, and then I will choose the suppliers. This is the main thing. That's the reason Ariba is growing in the market. No any company across the globe can be able to provide you such services. Like SAP also don't have ready reckoner database of millions of the suppliers, but Ariba do
Okay.
have. And vendor evaluation, vendor rating, all that stuff they have
Mhm.
already done. So this is the one thing why Ariba is famous in the market, nothing else. And this is not being given by anyone. As it is working since last 20 years, they have millions of the suppliers in the millions category.
Okay.
So what will happen is, immediately if someone is posting that they want a laptop, then they will get thousands of the quotes immediately. So whatever
Mhm.
purchasing department tension is there to find the supplier, that tension will not be available to them, right? This is one thing.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
what called as
Uh-huh.
an Ariba network. So in this diagram, what I was showing you over here, Ariba network, you can see catalog, purchase order change, and all that stuff. You can be able to see it over here. You can see RFI, RFQ,
Okay.
then few suppliers are awarded. There is a master data. So master data is nothing but the catalog. So there will be few
Mhm.
specific catalogs are also available for this. So it is not mandatory. Every time we should have a specific image or something like that. Sometimes you can just have a name as well, right? So it is the thing.
Okay.
This is one activity. Okay, this is Ariba network. Now we will move back to the Ariba buying solution. So I'm moving to this part, Ariba buying solution. Whom will this
Okay.
access will have? This access will be having only to the PepsiCo employees. Okay,
Okay.
this ERP system access, this will also be having only to the PepsiCo employees. So people who are working in the PepsiCo as a procurement consultant, they will be having this access. Okay, so now this buying solution is nothing but an ERP, but this ERP is a cloud-based ERP. You can see this. There is a sourcing part, contract, procurement part will be there, invoicing part will be there. So all such things we can be able to do. We can be able to consolidate all the data over here, and on the basis of that, we can be able to carry out all the activity. We have all the
Okay.
suppliers which we can be able to adopt over here, and all those suppliers, that complete cycle we can be able to finish easily. That is the reason we uses this entire process. This is the buying solution. So this is same like my SAP ERP solution. This is what this is like
Okay.
my SAP ERP solution, but this is a cloud-based ERP solution. As we will be having lot of transaction codes in SAP to access, over here we don't
Mhm.
have any kind of transaction codes, nothing. You can just directly go over here, you can search it. That's it. Nothing else you have to do, right? Then if you are taking one simple example, okay, so if I will be taking the example of the supplier request, okay, or invoice, so the entire end-to-end process can be finished very easily over here. That is the reason we can have this specific activity on the Ariba buying solution. So if you will just to talk about this specific Ariba buying solution activity, what activity we can do? We can create the purchase requisition. So you just take this example. This is the created purchase requisition. How can I create the
Okay.
purchase requisition? Just copy, and then I can create the purchase requisition. I can add the item. Then on the basis of this purchase requisition itself, I can create a purchase order. Then I can do the goods received. At the same time, I can carry out an invoice receipt. So all those activities I can be able to do very easily when I have this specific activity which I will be performing. Then I can place the contracts on this solution. Okay, so all those activities
Okay.
we can do. This is my buying solution. So as a part of this
Mhm.
course, what we will be learning, so there are two kind of an activity. So now just take this example. These all things, whatever I was showing to you, will be done by the PepsiCo end users. Who will do these activities? This will be done by the PepsiCo end users, means the people who will be placing the order of the glasses. So these
Okay.
are the people who will be placing the order of the glass bottles. Okay, but we are not those. We are what? We are the consultants, right? So as a
Okay. Yeah.
consultant, what job we have to perform? That is the main question everyone might have in their mind. Okay, and as a part of this course, what activities we will be doing out? Okay, so just take this example. I will just to show you this as a one of the invoice, and we will just go back. Okay, so just take this take this example. There is a purchase order. Okay, and this is my purchase requisition. Okay, so how the flow will start? So I have raised the purchase requisition PR77, right? So I'm just showing it to you right now. So when we will be carrying out our batch, we will start the flow from the start. Okay, so in this PR, what I was asking one material, Pro Engineer Mechanical CAD CAM software. I want to purchase this CAD CAM software. So I have raised the PR. Against this PR, who is the supplier who is supplying that specific thing? So it will be supplied by A678. So this is the supplier who will be vendor. No, 1000150 is the vendor. So this vendor is present on the Ariba network. So it is globally available. It is not like only PepsiCo is supplying this, or it is the supplier only to the PepsiCo, because vendors will also have the more leads now, right? So now just take an example. This is a vendor which we will be adding. So against this PR, we have made this purchase order. Okay. So this is a purchase order which we have made. So to make this PO, we have made one specific contract, right? Before PO, we used to make one contract. For selecting this supplier, we used to go to carry out an RFP, and on the basis of that only, we used to select the supplier, right? RFI we will do, then we will carry out the bidding process, and on the basis of that, we will select the supplier. Once this PO is done, what we used to do is we will carry out the receipt for the PO. Now you just take this. These are the two receipts which we have been carried out. Goods receipt has been done. So this CAD CAM software is being delivered, and ergonomic chair is also being delivered. Once this receipt is delivered, then the next process will be what? The next process will be the invoicing process. So invoicing will happen. In this way, this entire end-to-end process. So you just check this is an invoice. So invoice is raised by the supplier on 17th of Feb 2020. and this invoice came in picture. Okay, and on the basis of this invoice, the payment will be done to the supplier, and all this process is happening in the Ariba system. So now you just check, this is the payment slip which has been generated, and $3,500 payment is already made to the supplier who had supplied the ergonomic chairs. Clear? So this is what an activity which is done by whom? By the end users. But as a consultant, what activities we people will be doing? So what we are doing is, this is the only end user based activity. So it is very simple. In Ariba, the way like you are placing an order in Amazon, in a similar way you can place the order in the Ariba system as well. Okay, so this is the end user job. These are the end user activities, but we can't learn, or we are not here to learn the end user activities. But yes, we should know what are the end user activities, right? So what are the consultant activities? So we used to go in the manage, and then this is an administration part. Okay, so in the administration, importing the data from ERP to Ariba system, then exporting of the data, then carrying out the multiple approval flows. It is like a release strategy. Adding the ample of users, user management activities. Okay, then managing the suppliers, managing the customer. So this access, this administration is nothing but an SPRO. You might have heard this transaction code, SPRO, which is the very big transaction code in SAP ECC system. Okay, so we will use this transaction code, and with this transaction code, we will, in this the way like we have a SPRO transaction code, in a similar way this administration transaction code consultant will have an access for, and over this we can be able to perform all the different activities whatever we want. So we can generate the different reports. So PepsiCo CEO will ask, I want to see the report of South Africa region. So we being a consultant, so when the consultant will come in picture, when the end users can't do anything, that time consultant will come in picture. Some consultants, some end users will tell, I want to add the logo of the PepsiCo, change the logo of the PepsiCo, then how to add it. Then we will come in picture. I want to send an email to the supplier, and I want to change the email template. See, this is the email notification manager I will say, and then we will change the email template. Then I want to make some exceptions. The goods receipt is not allowed if the parts are less than 5%. It means that if I have ordered 100 parts, but only 95 parts are coming, then it's not allowed. If 99 parts are coming, then it is allowed. This is the exceptions which I will add it over here. So in this way, all these activities we will be performing as a part of a consultant. And in this course, we will be learning all the activities, which is procurement related activities, contract related activities, catalog related activities, Ariba upstream activities, Ariba downstream activities. So all these things I will show to you live system, and all these activities, how it has been performed, what is the use of each and every tab of the administration over here, that I will show it to you, so that it would be easier for you to clear the SAP global certification. So basically Ariba used to provide the global certification. So to provide that global certification, whatever questions being asked, whatever examination pattern is there, that I will suggest you, and so that you can be able to opt for the global certification. Okay, so basically whatever material, so like there is a material, because you definitely need a lot of material over this. So there is some certification material which is available for an Ariba, that I will share it with you. So this is the material which is globally, means it is global material which is available across all the different portals, and basically it is available on the learning hub. So all this material will be supplied to you, and we will be covering all the part. This is given by SAP only. Okay, so this is SAP Ariba material will be there. So such around 20 are available, that I will be supplying to you as a part of this course. Then we are supplying Ariba access. So whenever you want, we will be able to give you the Ariba access through the remote system. We will be giving an Ariba access. So you just have to get an Ariba access and you can perform whatever activities, or you can just practice on the system. This system will be having an access to each and everything. Like you will have an access to administration, you will have an access to the approval flow, personal workspace, each and everything, like template creation. So there is a concept of a template in the Ariba. So those all accesses we will be able to provide it to you. Okay, so as a part of the course, what are the deliverables? So deliverables will be the access. Then we will be covering Ariba Network, Ariba Buying Solution. We are covering the invoicing part, supplier management part, SLP. Then we will be having catalogs, how to embed the catalog, how to carry out an invoicing, procurement activity, contract activity. In a similar way, even whatever administration activities, it means that a consultant level activities will be there, that will be covered over here. Basically, we will try to make you clear for certification. So we will make sure that you are clearing the certification from your side. Okay, so now the question is, the floor is open for the question. So you can ask as many questions as you have in your mind, and then we will proceed further with any other doubts you have. Yes, go ahead. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, hello. This is Ganesh once
Yes,
again.
yes, yeah.
See, this is your means where is the SAP integration here? See,
Yeah.
everything happens in Ariba only, or is that like SRM? Do you have any backend system where like
No,
SRM
no.
had a
See,
backend?
actually, ideally, everything happens in Ariba. Okay.
Okay.
So Ariba had a capability that it can do each and everything. They don't need any backend. Okay. But
Okay.
now take an example like a company PepsiCo, which business is proliferated in 140 plus countries, right?
Okay.
So during that time, they can't rely only on Ariba, because Ariba can't support their all the requirements like production planning, supply chain management, sales department requirement. Those they can't supply. So
Yes.
the backend system for PepsiCo will be ERP system. Okay. So in most of the MNC clients, okay, if small scale companies are there, 500 plus employees, they can use only Ariba standalone system as a procurement system. Okay. But like big companies are there, they can't use only Ariba. Ariba will be used only for the supplier network, contract management, sourcing purpose, bidding process. Okay. And as a backend, they will use ERP system to carry out an inventory management and all other activities. Clear? So there is a possibility of two things. Everything can happen in ERP, and some things can happen in ERP, and some things can happen in the other systems as well. So in fact, there are three scenarios how this entire process will work. Okay. First scenario is everything in ERP. Second scenario is something in ERP, something in Ariba. Third scenario is only invoicing in ERP. And the fourth scenario is, so these are all the scenarios. Okay. Ariba buying is happening and everything is happening in the ERP. Okay. The first scenario. So when I said 500 plus employee company, they will do each and everything in the Ariba system itself. Contract, request, approval, order, receipt, reconciliation, and payment. But if we are using second scenario, then invoice and payment is happening in their ERP system. There could be some companies where catalogs has been done in the Ariba, because catalog facility is not there in SAP ERP, and other things will be done in ERP. There could be some companies which will carry out till receipt in the ERP, and invoice management will be done in the Ariba system. Clear?
Yeah. But okay. So
So these
But
scenarios we have to design. As a consultant, we have to understand the requirement from the client, and we need to design such multiple sub scenarios. There could be possibility that one of the scenario we are covering in the first part, Ariba buying advanced edition, and other scenario we are means like there are two types of a procurement. Okay, in PepsiCo itself, in PepsiCo India region, I will be covering with the first scenario, and South Africa region I am covering in the fourth scenario. Right? So that could be possible. Yeah. Next question.
Okay. Yeah. Here only, see, if at all you want to have a data transfer between Ariba and SAP. Say suppose SAP material code is say 18 digits, 18 characters. Okay.
Correct.
And Ariba, of course, we don't have any material code at all, right?
No, material code is there. We can have the material code as well. It's not a big deal to have the material code in Ariba. That is the item code.
How Ariba? Code. Yeah. How Ariba talks to SAP then?
How Ariba transfers the data to SAP?
No. Yeah. How Ariba talks to SAP? What is the communication? If at all.
Integration. See, there is an integration manager which I have shown you. Okay.
Okay.
In the manage and then administration, and then there is a integration manager, right? So in this integration manager, there is a data import export facility. There is a master data. Okay. So this integration is specifically used. So there are three methodologies like cloud integration gateway, integration toolkit. Through this, they can be able to import data from SAP system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for a bigger client, that means SAP has to be there. ECC or HANA.
Correct.
I think ECC will not be there. HANA will be there. Any ERP. Any ERP.
It can support Oracle. It can support PeopleSoft. It can support SAP ECC. Anything it can support.
Okay. And when you are teaching, when you will be teaching us, so are you teaching on HANA or ECC?
S4 HANA. Actually, S4 HANA system is there, and I will be teaching integration with S4 HANA with Ariba system.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions from other audience? Just hold on. We will come back to you. Does anyone have any other questions from any other audience?
Yeah, this is Arunava, and just do let me know that suppose say in an item there are around 50 sub SKUs. Okay. Now in Ariba, when you are going for a least cost of procurement. Hello.
Correct.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, I can suppose hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, suppose say if you are going on for a least cost of procurement, something like 30 will show least cost while 20 will not show. So in that case, how Ariba helps you in arriving the decision?
Correct. Yeah. Actually, first we will be doing the bidding process. Okay. And during that bidding process, 5 vendors will be there who will do someone 30, someone 25, someone 28, someone 20. Okay. So when supplier is awarded, supplier is selected, that point of time we will select the list price supplier, and Ariba will come to know the list price supplier, and to that supplier only the bid is awarded.
Okay, that means there can be multiple suppliers for any number of SKUs.
Correct, absolutely.
Okay.
Multiple suppliers for multiple POs. Okay.
Yeah, so this is my question. So
anything else? Any doubts you have? Jnanesh, Vallabh, do you have any doubt? Vaidullah? No doubts? Okay. Now, Ganesh, you proceed further. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
See here, can we have contracts and scheduling agreements kind of a scenarios in this?
Yes. We have a contracts as well as scheduling agreements in the Ariba system as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do we have a system of course, I should not be asking this. I don't know, but I'm not sure. It has this, output means communicating with purchase order directly to the vendors, right? All those things. SOSP.
Yes. Email. Direct email forwarding is available. That facility is available. Yes.
Yeah, direct email facility is there. Okay.
Correct. Because it is going to the Ariba network itself, right? Directly.
Okay. Yeah. And does vendor can see our system? That is.
No, this Ariba buying solution they can't see, but they do have a Ariba network. Okay. So they can see the Ariba network, and through the Ariba network they can communicate to us.
Okay. Means some solutions,
So
some ERP solutions. Yeah.
Vendor will be having the separate system, right? But this is a unique system, and this will be common to everyone, and that is not a case with an SAP. In SAP, someone is placing order on Excel, someone is placing order in their web browser, someone is placing order on the different things. But over here, all the orders, all the suppliers must have to register on the Ariba network, and they must have to place order through that network only to the Ariba customers. Else they can't do it.
Okay. The concept of vendor managed inventory is possible here?
Inventory, any type of an inventory is not possible in the Ariba.
Okay.
Because this is an indirect procurement, right? Because so there is no inventory management. If you want to do an inventory management, then we have to integrate it with a ERP system. It means that the storage of the stock and all that stuff, we can't be able to see it over here in the Ariba system.
What is the duration of the course? How many hours or how many days?
It will be going for 2 months.
2 months. Oh, okay. And we'll be having a chance to do a hands-on kind of a thing at least.
Yes. That's what I said you. The documents will be provided to you. At the same time, you will be receiving the hands-on server access. Okay. And you can do all the place the order, supplier, everything you can be able to do by your own. And anyway, I will be also showing it to you during the class, and even you can do the WhatsApp. These things.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, okay, fine. Right. Yeah, my questions are answered. Thank you.
What?
My questions are answered. Thank you.
No worries. See, I'm here to answer your question. Now you can ask as many questions as you want.
Yeah. I'm done with my questions. Yeah. I'm done with my questions.
No worries. See, actually, I'm here to. In fact, I used to say the same thing to all the students. Instead of I being talking in the class, it will be good if you will ask me as many questions as you can. Because see, what happens is anyway, I'm spending 1.5 hours, right? So it would be really good if you people will come prepared. But what happens? Most of the students are fresher and they don't have much knowledge. Some of the people are afraid of talking as well, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In the beginning, front of all the forum. Correct. Some might not have a knowledge to talk. Some might afraid. So that's the reason I have given opportunity to everyone. Sorry for the same. I said you to hold on, but I just want to give an opportunity to everyone, and then I came back to you. So now you can ask whatever questions you have. So that we will just
I'm done with the questions. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ganesh. Thanks to talk with you as well. Your knowledge is also very good. I liked it.
Oh.
You catch that point. In fact, you catch that point. Actually, I was supposed to come on that point, but see what would have been happened if I would go to the sourcing part. Then like other students might not.
Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah, I got your point. So they may not be in a
I
position
don't
to
know.
catch it. Yeah.
Correct, correct, correct. So basically, everyone knows procure to pay, but no one knows source to pay. So in
Right.
1 hour of the time period, if we want to cover each and everything, then it's pretty difficult. So that's the reason. But it's good. Like your experience has been catched out that stuff. Good. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was
Yes.
actually nice talking to you. Very, very informative.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Arunava and Vaidullah, do you have any questions? If no, then we'll stop for the day.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Arunava. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And it was quite informative, and it's good talking to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah. We
Nice.
will see. Look further forward to you in a class. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yeah.